Hi, my name is Mike, and I'm going to demonstrate the cheat sheet compiler for fantasy baseball today, available at draftbuddy.com. The cheat sheet compiler is a custom ranking tool to help create cheat sheets for your fantasy baseball league. I'm starting on the Setup tab here, which is where you input all your league settings to create your cheat sheets. You can input your league name right here. You select whether it is a Roto League or a Fantasy Points League. You can select whether it's American only, National League only, or mixed AL-NL League. You input the number of teams, number of rounds in the draft. If you have a keeper league, we have some keeper settings here. If you have an auction league, if your draft is an auction, then you're going to want to check off that it's an auction league, input the salary cap per team and other salary cap information. If I scroll down a little bit, then you can input the starters for each position, the hitters and pitchers. You can change any of these as you need them. Down a little bit further are the scoring categories included in the compiler. So for Roto Leagues, you are simply going to check off the categories that apply to your Roto scoring. If you're in a Fantasy Points League, then you can input the number of points that each player earns for each stat. And then the compiler will use that in the Fantasy Points calculations. Now, once all your basic league settings are in here, you're going to scroll back up here and click the Compile Cheat Sheets button, and then the compiler will take all your league settings and process them against the player projections that are in the compiler, and it will create your custom cheat sheets, which we can find on the Cheat Sheets tab right here. What it does is it creates three distinct cheat sheets. There's a hitters by position, which is right here. You can see first base, second base, third base, and shortstop rankings. Scroll down a little bit, and we've got the catchers and outfielders. Okay, and then the second one is the pitcher rankings. Here's the pitcher's cheat sheet, split up between starters and relievers. And the third one is the overall rankings, or overall ranking cheat sheet. Right here it mixes all the positions together, hitters and pitchers, and ranks them for your league. Now, some of the other information included in the compiler is the ADP tab, which is the average draft position data. This shows kind of where you can expect certain players to get drafted in your league based on an average of many mock drafts or real drafts. The depth tab is a summary depth chart showing all the starting lineups for all the teams, and it also shows the starting rotation and top two relievers for every team, and this is handy because it can be printed on a single page. The hitters tab shows all the players. This is where all the data is stored on all the players that the compiler uses to create the cheat sheets. Every player is included who's had any stats from the past 3 Major League seasons, and any other players that we expect could get drafted in fantasy leagues this year. Here's the hitters tab. It shows the player name, what team they're on, what league they're in, position. It gets into position eligibility information right here. If I scroll across to the right, it shows their projections from draftbuddy.com, and these are updated right through the start of the season, which you can do from the compiler. If I go a little further, you see the stats from the past 3 seasons for every player, and there's also, way over here, some sections to put in your own projections or projections from somewhere else. If you'd rather your cheat sheets be based on other projections than the ones from draftbuddy.com, that's fine. We'll just have to work to get the projections in here and create the cheat sheets based on that, but the compiler is more than capable of doing such a thing. The pitchers tab is set up exactly the same way. Again, all pitchers who had any major league stats from the past 3 years are included here, plus some new pitchers who have no major league stats but we expect will have fantasy relevance in some leagues. Scroll across, it's got their projections here. It's got their stats from the past 3 seasons as well. So that is an overview of the cheat sheet compiler for fantasy baseball, again available at draftbuddy.com.